Thought I'd come to you and show you a little bit about what's going on with us. We were in Arkansas and now we're over here in Texas, and we're doing gate guarding. And of course I draw the night shift because I don't like Darla to be out here at night by herself. Not a good thing. And I want to show you a couple of things that I do that I've learned over the years on making it a little bit easier to figure out what's going on. There's the gate. Now this one's a little different than most. Most of them don't have this, but I got a little button here and electric gate. There's cows on this ranch, and so you can see the gate opening right there. So one of the things, this is where the trucks are going to come in, and the trucks are going to be coming from that direction, which is dark at night, and they come this way to come out. So you don't want that gate to hit the side of the truck or the trailer. We've actually had a couple of minor little problems. In fact, even our guard one, the guy that is our local supervisor here, he got caught by that gate. So anytime anyone's anywhere near that gate, I'm constantly pushing this button. So when I got here, there was just those lights, and this sign was which is the stop and sign in sign, was laying over here. And so I asked for some more lighting, and I got some more lights. And the thing is I want to bring these drivers in. There goes the gate. You can see it close. You see how hard it swings when it goes to close. It's fast. So, I mean, if a guy's coming through there and I don't hit that button, man, boom. This one guy had his mirror, the little lens on his mirror got cracked. So anyway, I left those lights over there, and they were just sitting over there. I strapped them down real good. I got one facing out that way, and then I got this one facing this way. So now when the truck comes in and I want to take a picture of the payload, which I'll show you the iPad that I use. Anyway, he's gonna know that there's the stop sign. I want him to stop in this area. Now, if it's a big rig, he's gonna have to go past a little ways. Here's one of the things that I told everybody in Quartzsite. The generator's right here. There's your water tank and your diesel tank. And there's our bedroom. Okay, so Darla is in there asleep right now. And this thing's humming right near the bedroom. If you put that generator as far away from your RV as you can, then what's going to happen is every time a truck pulls in and stops and the air brakes or whatever it happens to be, or if you're carrying on a conversation with somebody, it's going to wake her up. So we put that generator right there. It's a nice white noise. You get used to that sound of that generator, and when you go and you lay down, boom, you're out. So it's not a big deal. Works real good. I got all my covers on and everything here. So anyway, you're gonna come in with the truck, and as the truck's pulling in, I'll take a picture of the front license plate with the iPad. And those lights are pretty bright. They work pretty good. And when they're coming out, you do the same thing. So you want good lighting. Another thing, if you look at this right here, I got this light. There's two lights. One's aimed up and one's aimed underneath. So for two reasons. One is I don't like surprises. Like, I actually have killed, now this was years ago, and it wasn't there when I came out, but it was there when I came back. There was a rattlesnake, and I had to kill it. I didn't want to kill it, but I had to. It was like striking. So anyway, when they get in that mode, pretty much if you can't shoo them, then you gotta shoo them for good. That light shines in there, and you can see if there's any activity going on. One of the secrets is to always look down. When you come out or when you're walking around, you always want to be looking down, because if you're not, things can happen. It doesn't matter. You can be in Quartzsite. It doesn't really matter where you're at. There's snakes, there's hazards, there's javelinas, there's all kinds of things out here. But pretty much with all the noise and the traffic and everything, you don't have too much of a problem. We leave our chairs out here. If we decide we're going to sit out here. But I prefer to have the stop sign right here, right pretty much where I want people to stop going in and out, and have lighting so that everybody can see what's going on. So let's go back in here. Another trick that I do, this is a thing that's not easily done because you're not always in the right setup. A lot of times this is how you're set up. We're to the left side. But I take my mirror and I adjust my mirror. I have to loosen it all up and move it all around. Then when I get ready to leave, I have to do it again. But when I'm sitting here in my chair, I can look into that mirror and I can see if a truck pulls up. There's these little chimes in here, and they have these eyes out, little breaker eyes, or what do you want to call them. And they work half the time. They used to use, like in the gas stations with the air hoses. And those things are great. They worked every time until you got a hole in the airline, and then, you know, if you didn't have extra airlines, you were in trouble. What I like about this is I could just sit right here, and if a truck pulls up to the gate, I can see it nice and clear through that mirror. And if you can't see it, it's right there. That's the mirror. And then also, when the trucks are coming down the road, by having the curtain open right here, I can see the trucks coming. Okay, you're good to go, man. Thank you. See you later. Well, there he goes. Now he's going to go out and he's going to load up. He has an empty truck. So he's going to drive down the road here, and when he comes back out, they're moving a bunch of stuff. They just finished doing the fracking. And they're moving all the sand and all the different stuff. There's a ton of stuff. The one thing about the oil fields is everything is done with trucks. So if there's a piece of equipment, or they're coming in, or whatever they're doing, it all comes in on trucks and it all leaves on trucks. They build permanent structures out here for like storage and refining and pipelines and stuff like that. But that's a whole different thing. When they're working on, when they do the big drilling and all that, that whole rig comes in on trucks. All the pipes come in, everything comes in on trucks. They do everything, and then when they're all done, okay, the gate closed back, so now I'm closed in again. When they're all done, man, they haul everything out and it leaves here and it goes right to another place, and it goes right back into service again. There's about a two-day lag, and then they're getting all set up to frack or drill, or the next process here will be flow back, and they'll be starting that here in a few days. So we'll be dealing with people coming in to do that, people leaving. That's our main thing. There's I don't know if we can see what's going on over here. I think it's pretty dark, and of course I'm wandering around at night out here. Let's see, can't really see anything that way. Let me see. Come around here. So I'm saying lights are really critical, man. Stay in the light as much as possible. See, that's the black tank right there. That's where you dump into. And they got these big old huge generators. And it's amazing, man. This thing's been running for, I guess, like 3 or 4 days on that fuel tank. And I stuck they have a stick that you measure the fuel that has a gauge on top, but they don't really trust it. But this thing hardly even drinks city fuel oil, just hums along. And then we got a WeBoost. There's our WeBoost, so we're getting internet. I showed you some of my tricks. I know showing you this iPad didn't work out real good, but it's a pretty basic job. You'll earn anywhere on an average of about $150 to $200 a day. There are some that are a little bit higher. Now that's for both of you. You're getting paid $175 a day to be here for a 24-hour period to mind the gate. But like Darla's asleep now and I'm working, and it's, you really, you see what I'm doing. Here comes another vehicle coming down the road. It's not like it's a constant bust your butt or anything. It's pretty kicked back. And, it's just, you're just giving up your time. It's like any other job. You're giving up your time for money. And the good thing about it is as you can tell, there's no Walmarts, there's no movie theaters, there's no Texas Roadhouse. I mean, it's just basically this is called boondocking. Well, but you're not running your generator and you're not running off a 100-gallon water tank. They bring you water, they bring you diesel fuel, everything. So here come a couple of vehicles. I'm going to do these real quick and I'll get back with you guys when I'm done. I did like 6 vehicles right there. It took me maybe about 8 or 9 minutes to do 6 vehicles. So, and it's pretty quick, it's pretty simple. As long as you get your information correct as they're coming in, then going out, it's license plate, 2 pictures, and they're gone. So you just take a picture of what they're taking off the property. Because there go the trucks. There's 2 trucks there, well actually 3 trucks. And then 2 trucks came in, and yeah, so it was 5 vehicles. So it didn't take that long, pretty quickly. And yep, here's my deal over here. Pretty easy process. And like I say, you know, the thing about it is we're talking money. And it's not the money, it's the money. That's what this is all about. We're all about making money. We don't do this because it's like extremely fun or it's what we want to do. Some people love it. We had some friends that have been down here probably at least 7 years, maybe 8 years. And what they managed to do and they were deeply in debt when they got here. And they paid off all their debt. They got to where they were totally positive cash flow, no bills, nothing. And they've since bought property and bought a mobile, put it on there, and they're going to retire here pretty soon. They got a nice chunk of money, and they're going to kind of give this up and maybe do it once in a while, but it's not really, they just did all that because they wanted to get free. It's just like us. We're down here so that we can get that property dialed in, and we've got a couple of things we want to do. You know, we've got to get a building and different stuff going. So, man, it's just, it's a good thing. I think it's positive. You know, I mean, we resisted it for a while, but, you know, I think, like I say, it's good, solid money. It's the bad thing about it is that you're on different time schedules. I mean, Darla sleeps she'll go to bed at 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and she'll get up at about probably 5:30 in the morning. She relieves me at 6 a.m. And then about 6:30 or so, I go to bed. And I usually get up around 11 or 12 o'clock and just kind of hang out and do breakfast and drink coffee and stuff like that. And then I'll help her during the day. You know, usually she's out here, you know, when I'm in sleep, she's out here by herself. But, you know, the thing about it is they just have to wait. That's the thing. If there's a lot of trucks and there's a line, then you know what, you can only do them one at a time. You know, it's like, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. It's the same way with this job, any job. When we did baseball, I used to tell the girls that were the cashiers, I tell them, you know what, deal with the customer in front of you. Don't worry about the ones behind that customer. Because if you worry about the ones behind the ones that is standing in front of you, you're not going to serve anyone well. So take care of the person in front of you. So anyway, I'll show you this too. See, I take this. Now you're not going to have this with a travel trailer, but I loosened. There's a bolt here, and then there's a bolt here, and there's one on the other side. And I loosened those all up, and I pushed this thing way in, and I just got it set up so that if you're underneath the mirror, there's the mirror. It just shines right in that area, so it's perfect. And when somebody comes down that road, because like I say, the little eye detector that rings the chime inside, sometimes last night it was going crazy. It was real windy and it rang all night long, and there was never anyone out here. And tonight it's really calm, it's nice, beautiful night, but it doesn't ring. So if you can't rely on it, then you gotta rely on your own senses. That's how I do it. And let's see, let's go back inside here for a minute, because I think old Cagey boy, I wonder if he's still awake. Look at who's here. It's Cage. Hi, buddy. Last night he chose to go to bed with Darla, and tonight he's hanging out. He's hanging out with me. I think he thinks he's going to get something to eat. He already did get something to eat. I had a sandwich, and he always steals at least something of what I eat. He's a good boy. He's all tired. Yeah, he's getting tired, though. It's past his bedtime. It's basically midnight right now, 11:56. I got to go till 6 a.m., so after a few days, it's not a big deal. So, oh, yeah, let me show you something else. Okay, this little device right here, we've had this for years. We use this all the time. We're on these gates. Now, the water out there in the tank, we probably could drink the water because we have enough filtration here. And it's just city water. They haul it and they put it in that tank out there. And I add bleach to the water because I don't, it sits there for a week or two. And, oh, I got a truck. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. All right. Well, you guys didn't know, but I had to go out there and log in a truck. So anyway, I was talking about this water deal here. So we've had this thing for, man, we've probably had it about 8 or 9 years now. And it's real handy. I almost took it out of the cargo bay and put it in storage, and I probably would have had a hard time. But anyway, we go to Walmart, and we've already used one bottle. And these are 5 gallons, and all the Walmarts have them. Some have them where they're already loaded with water, and then you go back and you refill them at Walmart. And the Walmart that we went to, they just sold the bottles empty, and then you put the water in them. And I need to get one more. 3 is enough for us to go for 7 days. That'd be 15 gallons, and we just use that for drinking water, making iced tea, coffee, that type of stuff. And works really, really good. Got a little spigot on it, and the whole thing. So that's another thing you need. And you need a coffee pot. Anyway, this is how we kind of do the gate guarding thing. And like I say, we make, I think it's around $4,500 a month, maybe a little more. I think it might be a little more than that. But you figure 175 times 30, that'll tell you how much. Anyway, the thing about that is that most of that you're going to be able to pay bills with or be able to just, save. So it's a good thing for everybody involved in it. And occasionally you have to move. If you're an individual, it's a little bit tougher. You work 12-hour shifts. But what's amazing is that you work a 12-hour shift, but you get paid the same as us, which kind of makes me think that's not the greatest deal in the world. But they got us hooked up. They got everything. Of course, they do that the same thing for you too if you're an individual. Anyway, hopefully that helps you guys with this gate guard situation, what it's like. Kind of gave you a little bit of an idea of it. I know it was all kind of blasted around there when I was out there doing a truck. If I had Darla or something, maybe we still will try to do that down, maybe during the day or something like that. If you would, please subscribe, please like, hit the bell if you want to see when we're doing these videos, and thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys being there. We're about ready to hit another big milestone in the YouTube world, and pretty excited about it. And it's all because of you guys. Without you, we're just talking to the air. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Leave some comments. I'd like to know if you have any questions. Also, if you decide that you would like to do this, right now it's pretty easy time to get a gate, and I can help you with that. Just know that if you turn my name in, I get a little bit of a spiff for recruiting you. And then if you have somebody that wants to do it, you always want to do that. That's another thing about this world. Help people out, and the companies will pay you for helping them out. So that's what you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Talk too much. Talk to you later. Bye.